Hey guys, this is Miss Barnes back with the topic, the 3 sounds of ED. Before we get to the sounds, we need to talk about what ED is. ED is a suffix. What's a suffix? Alright, I have this little handy dandy chart called a word matrix, and it explains what a suffix is in relation to a word that it's going to change the meaning of. In the middle is my root or my base word. So think of it like the root of a tree or a flower. That's where it starts. And then it blooms and grows into something bigger. Okay? Our first root word is play. And then over here, I have a title called suffix, and there's something over here in blue. I'm going to put the suffix ed in blue so I can remember it's a suffix. I don't have anything on this side because I'm not talking about prefixes right now, okay? Just ed, that's a suffix. Ed is a suffix that changes the meaning of this root word. It makes this root word happen in the past. Can you say, in the past? Here we have play, and then ed is going to be played. That means I didn't play right now. I'm not playing in the future. I already played. The next root word is jump. Jump is a root word that when the ed is added to it as a suffix, means jumped. It already happened. You already jumped. The next root word is smell. If you add suffix ed to it, it becomes smelled. You already smelled something. Maybe you smelled something yesterday that smelled really good for dinner. Now if we look at all of these, we have the root word plus the suffix at the end. If we put them together, we get the sum of played, jumped, smelled. So ed is added on the ends of words to change the meaning of the root of the word, and it makes it happen in the past. Now we can go into what sounds the suffix ed makes in relation to the root word. Alright, the first sound it can make, which is the most common, is the sound in red at the top. Id. Say id, and you'll know what the suffix ed says in this first column. If you notice, I have the letters T and D in red. And do you notice those letters come right in front of the ed? That's very important to know. The rule for the id sound is end in a D or a T, then you have to say id. So let's read this first one, and when we get to the ed, we're going to say id. And just so you know, id means it's going to be a 2-clap, 2-syllable word. If I pounded it on my desk, it would be something id. Something id. Okay? Now this word, I'm going to sound it out for you. Uh-oh, lots of letters. So I have a S and an N. I know that says sn when I blend it together. OR can say or. So now I'm going to put those together. Snore. Oh, snore like you snore when you sleep? Well, I haven't looked at that T yet. I need to put that one in there because it's really important. It's in red. Snort. Snort, like what a pig does, snort. Now remember, when I get to ed, I have to say id because there's a T in front of the ed. Snorted. Snorted. And that's a 2-syllable word. Snorted. Snorted. That means I snorted just a few seconds ago. It's in the past. The next word, we should know some of this because of what sound can A make sometimes. It can also say ah sometimes. So with W-A, I'm going to say wah. I have the blend N-T. Oh, and there's that T again. It's very important. N-T says nt. Want. Oh, what does suffix ed say at the end of a T word? Oh yeah, id. Okay, here I go. Wanted. Wanted. I wanted that gold slip yesterday. Now I want to go eat pizza with my family. So wanted means it already happened. The next one, oh, we don't have a T anymore, we have a D. Oh yeah, but the rule says D or T. So a D can be in the end too, right in front of that suffix, and that's okay. This is hand. Oh, hand, like your hand. All right. You know, I can hand somebody something, so that's a verb. That's an action I can take. Now, I forgot what sound ed makes again. Oh yeah, it's the id. Okay. Handed. Handed. Yesterday I handed my teacher my homework. At least hopefully that's something you can say. All right. The last word is normally a noun, but now with things like Facebook, the word friend can be a verb sometimes. So I have friend, D on the end. If there's a D, I have to say id when I get here. Friended. I friended my mom on Facebook. All right, that's the id sound. That's the most popular. Now the next two to me are equally popular, so it doesn't matter what order they're in. We've done one sound, we got two more. The next column is for the t sound. You mean ed over here in that suffix blue color? You can say the T sound? T. Yup. You guys thought you were getting it easy. You thought you were just going to say id and be done. But nope. We have more. The letter T sound is a quiet sound. If you touch your throat and you say t, your throat shouldn't have any vibrations. It shouldn't move or jumble around. And then all these red letters also have to be quiet because the t is the shh, quiet sounds. Shh, Sheila's baby is sleeping. You have to have a quiet sound at the end of a word in order for ed to be quiet too and say t. All right, I have W-A and I have A-L, so I know this is going to be wall. Then I have a k. If you touch your neck and you say k, you feel that your throat isn't moving. So I know that's quiet. So when I get to ed, I'm just going to say t. Walked. Ooh, let's try that one again. Walked. Walked. I walked home from school yesterday. The next word has a P, and a P is quiet. If you just say it, p. My throat didn't move. P. If it moved, you're not saying the right sound. Let's try reading it. Jump. Oh, I forgot what ed says. Let me go back and look. Oh yeah, okay, if it's a quiet sound, it has to say the T sound. Okay. Jumped. 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 I jumped high on the trampoline yesterday. Oh look, we got W-A again. It says wah. And then S-H. I think I remember learning that says shh, like shh, quiet sounds. Wash. Washed. Why did I say the T sound here? Let me think. Oh yeah, in the T column. And SH, shh, is a quiet sound. And so ED has to be quiet too. Because our vocal cords in our neck, they don't like to go from quiet to noisy because they'll wake Sheila's baby. They like to be quiet and quiet. That's just the easy, laziest route to go, okay? So let's let our vocal cords be lazy when it comes to suffix ed. All right, so here I have washed. I washed my hands after using the restroom. All right, last one. Oh, ch. Oh yeah, that says ch really quickly. If I touch my throat, ch. Oh, yep, I remember that's a quiet sound. And see how my eyes are immediately going to the ch? One, because it's in red and there's a blue dot. But I also have to immediately look at that last sound before I get to suffix ed. And that lets me know what sound to make when I read and when I spell. Pinch. Uh-oh, hope you guys aren't pinching people this St. Patrick's Day. All right, let's try adding the t sound to pinch. Pinched. 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 Uh-oh. All right, so those are our 2 sounds, but there's 3 sounds for ed. First we had id, if there was a t or a d before the ed. Then if we had a quiet sound before the ed, the t sound had to come up because t is also quiet. And we don't want to wake Sheila's baby. The last one, well, Sheila's baby is wide awake, okay? We don't have to worry about it anymore because these are all going to be noisy. See those noisy sounds? They're so noisy. They're all over the place. They're scattered with lots of exclamation points upside down, right side up, all over the place. So noisy sounds are when you touch your throat and your throat vibrates, as in the L sound right here. Ooh, it's vibrating, it's moving. So when I have a red noisy sound, it doesn't have to be red though, then the ed sound at the end, the suffix, is going to say d, because d is a noisy sound. So I'm going to go from noisy to staying noisy. I'm not going to change from noisy to quiet. I'm not going to change from quiet to noisy. I'm going to stay the same because my vocal cords want to be lazy. They want to keep doing the same sound. It's just easier. So remember, ed can say d if there's a noisy sound right in front of it. This word is smile. Smile. The L is the last sound. So it says ul, and ul is a very noisy sound. Smiled. Smiled. We have 2 noisy sounds going together. The next word has a B, and B is noisy. B, b. You can feel your throat move. So I know the ed is going to be noisy too. It's going to say d. Grabbed. 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 The next one, we have jum and then bull. Jumble. That means to mix things up a little bit. Now, ul, again, is a noisy sound just like in smile. So I need to say d when I get to ed. Jumbled. Jumbled. I jumbled up all my papers and I couldn't find the right ones. That means it already happened. All right, the next one, ooh, lots of letters. Ooh. But I know this AY over here has to be a noisy sound because it's right in front of the ED and I'm under the D column. All right, let me put this SPR together really quick. Spr. Ooh, that was so easy. It looks hard, but it's not. I'm just going to say spr. AY, if you don't know it yet. It says A. If you touch your throat and say A, your throat should vibrate. A. Did you feel it? All right, so if that's noisy, the ED has to be noisy too and say D. Sprayed. Sprayed. I sprayed my sister with the water hose and I got in trouble. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the 3 sounds of the ED suffix. Remember ED means in the past and it has 3 sounds. D or T, say id. Quiet sound, make the quiet T. And if it's noisy, make the noisy D. Alright guys, keep learning.